What is going on, guys? It is Rich here today. I'm going to talk about the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare co-op mode, but this time we got some new information, and although it's kind of been denied by Michael Condrey, he only denied the name of the game mode. He didn't actually fully confirm and deny that we wouldn't be getting this game mode in Advanced Warfare. So it seems like we could be getting a fourth game mode. I really thought it was likely, but now we got some information. Now, obviously, we don't know if it's true or false. You've got to take everything with a pinch of salt. So it might not be true. It might be completely false. It might be a bit of both. Whatever. This person claims to know about it. How they know, I don't know. We don't really know who they are either. A lot of people have done videos about this. I'm a little bit late to the party because my internet went off yesterday. Anyway, so we're going to get into that quickly. I hope you guys do enjoy it. A like will be awesome. Like I said, Michael Condrey said it's the game mode will not be coming back. That's just the name of the game mode, so not the actual game mode. So we don't know. It still, some parts of it could be likely, or we don't know. So I'm just going to read you guys. This is what I've got. This is a possibility of what we could be seeing, and it could give us some insight into what we could be seeing. And I just talk about a few things. So I hope you guys do enjoy. I love these series videos when it comes to co-op mode. I love the theory and how this could happen, or this could happen, or this mode, or whatever. So I love watching people's videos. Even if I've already done a video on myself, I just love watching other people's videos because it's so exciting, all this possibility and stuff. I really love it. So without further ado, let's get into it. So this fourth game mode, known as Hellspawn, apparently is trying to be kept secret until the game release. Now, like with Infinity Ward and Extinction, you know, leaking the game mode by early games, etc. So the fact that people had early games meant they leaked the game, but then they brought out a trailer so that people know what it was actually about. This whole Extinction thing, we didn't actually know till about a week before the game had come out. And I really don't think that Sledgehammer Games will stop listening to the community just because of this, you know, this co-op, because, you know, excellent changing game with multiplayer campaign, etc. And, you know, Exo Survival it won't be enough, I don't think, and I think they know that, and I think Activision know it won't sell many games, it won't sell DLC. I know people were whining at me saying, why did you whine about DLC, this, that and the other in my last co-op mode video, but it was important, it's an aspect, and I think the fact that it's not going to sell DLC, means that it won't be a likely mode. Like, there'll probably be some other modes as well. I don't mind playing Exo Survival, but not the whole time. So anyway, especially after MW3, which was just awful because of the Infinity Ward issues. And I think although survival has pretty much been in every game since MW3 except Black Ops 2, except the Tryout game because they've got zombies, which is amazing. I think what they did is they did survival as a very quick alternative. Did some quick Spec Ops mission, did survival because they didn't know what else to do, because Infinity Ward was in shatters after parts of the studio left, the head left, and that really wrecked Infinity Ward. And now they're the worst studio when they used to be at the very, very top before World at War was out and all these zombies and this, that and the other, even though MW2 was an absolutely amazing game. So anyway, back into it without sidetracking at all. Apparently you have a menu with Hellspawn game mode, and it starts with the player on the floor, like in the background. You've got obviously the options, but on the floor in dark background with satanic stuff, symbols, whatever, drawn in blood on the walls with flickering lights, etc. A really kind of scary theme to it, and really great for a co-op mode. Like zombies, it really sounds like zombies already, so draws us in. Now, when you select, you can select different game mode options and stuff like that, so private or public match, whatever. You can class selection, like Extinction, really, that sounds exciting, and that would be awesome because I like the class selection in Extinction. And you can also get to choose which stage to play, so it makes it seem as it's kind of a progression with maps, like a bit like Extinction, but there's going to be, apparently there's 5 like standard maps you get in a game. In Black Ops 2 we had 4. We had Transit, Town, Farm, and then Bus Depot. So it seems like that, but there's 1 extra map, so that's awesome. Hopefully they're big, nice, juicy, playable maps. And then after that there'll be 4 DLC maps to make 9 circles of hell. Apparently I think they will be different though, so but I'll talk about that in a second. So after you choose the game mode options, character gets up from the floor and engages in animation, which they don't want to spoil, as it has something to do with the story arc of this mode. Now, this animation takes between 20 and 30 seconds and replaces the loading screen. So apparently in Ghost there was going to be some kind of loading screen thing instead of all these pictures and just a line going across the screen. That didn't happen. I don't know why. Like in Zombies, when you got Call of the Dead, it loads up with that lighthouse cutscene, and the same with like Mob of the Dead and stuff like that. It loads up with this solo cutscene, and it just looks really, really good like that. So I think that's what it's going to be. Maybe not, maybe more cartoony than that, but we don't know because we haven't seen any of their work in terms of co-op, except, you know, kind of survival, which wasn't absolutely great. So, and then once complete, you are launched into the game, and the maps that they've seen, well, at least the ones they've seen, are very different from each other. They said they're pretty diverse. both aesthetically and structurally. I think it's going to kind of be like Origins, the fact that you've got like Agartha, and if you go to each of the different staffs to kind of like upgrade them, you can go to an ice one, fire one, lightning one, a wind one. They're all different, and you know, like the teleporters, when you actually get there, and all the different things for getting, they're all different methods, and they all look a bit different. I think it's kind of gonna be like that. One circle of hell might be, I don't know, something to do with fire, another one might be to do with ice, all these different themes, elements of natural elements. Like in Zombies we had air, like Die Rise we had like fire and lava for transit, and then we had like dirt for buried, all those things. I think those natural elements might occur. I don't know. It kind of seems like a very Englishy kind of essay when we look at Call of Duty and whether these different leaks and different teasers and stuff are real or not, especially because they're on Reddit, which is obviously credible for both, really. But yeah, so anyway, and then they've said that there are Easter eggs and that the mode can be completed if you complete the Easter eggs, which sounds awesome. So you actually get the choice. You don't just bam, you have to complete all the hives. Bam, you can just go on forever and just keep training around here and get infinite money, and then it'll get boring after you pack a punch and got all the perks. No, it's not like that at all. It's the fact that you can choose whether to end it by doing the Easter egg. That's awesome, because the Easter eggs in the past, you do them, you get a bonus of a weapon or perk, and then it's boring again. In Zombies, you know, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Zombies kind of gets a bit repetitive when it comes to that stage. But the fact that you can either do the mode like Zombies or do the Easter egg and make it come like Extinction, but less Extinction-y and kind of linear, I really like that look. So that's really awesome. And then they assume that you escape from hell or kill Lucifer to complete the Easter egg. Now I'm going to quickly read a quick extract about this Lucifer character. He's basically Satan, you could say. It's another word for Satan. It actually means day star or son of the morning, but he can be recognized as the alternate name of Satan, the fallen angel. So I'm going to read you a quick extract. I'll leave a link if you guys want. I'm sure not many of you will be interested, but I'm just going to read this about Lucifer because, like I said, like in English essay, you have to analyse everything, or use all these different sources and quotations and stuff. So I'm going to read you this, and then that will kind of give some credibility. So, Lucifer had wisdom, beauty, ability, perfection, and yet he wanted more. He wanted to be worshipped like God. But God does not share his glory. That's quite selfish, actually, but nor does he permit another to receive worship. So before Lucifer had a chance to make his move, he was removed from the presence of God. Cast out of heaven like a bolt of lightning, Lucifer was stripped of his beauty, his position, and his rights to heaven. Satan's constant attempt ever since has been to oppose the mighty plan of God. He even attempted to tempt Jesus to sin and worship him. So, yeah, it's really Satan-y character that we know, the devil, this, that, and the other. That's what it is, and it really seems like those two themes of good and evil, without getting too much in sounding like a literature lesson, you know, with God, heaven, Satan, hell, and the two themes clashing together. I'll talk about that more later on. So, and he was told that to complete the Easter egg, he wasn't told how to do it, but he was told that you would need lots of teamwork and stuff. So, there are bosses, multiple enemy types. You know, you've got apparently these grunt demons, harpy-looking things. That kind of really, like, further emphasizes the fact that I think you've got these two themes, two different worlds coming together. Harpy-looking things basically sounds either two things. Either angels with their harps, like you always see them, or bad kind of angels that have gone wrong, that have become sinned, or like sinning, and they like angels but they're bad, and they've still got their harps from when they were good. You always see the pictures of God. You've got God, he's naked in the middle, and then you've got these, and he's pointing, and then you've got these little angels around him with the harps and stuff, and it's just like, that's what I think it's kind of referring to. That's what I think these monstery things are. They're not, it's not like Halo, all these silly little monsters and things, but it's like, it's not, it's more than zombies, and it's more than Extinction, which is like, it's kind of like got all these different types of enemies, a bit like Extinction, which I kind of like, but I hope some of them are like the zombie ones. I hope some of them, maybe some of them are flying, I don't know. I hope some of them are zombies in the fact that you can train them. Maybe some of them will jump. I assume the grunt demon things will jump. Maybe they'll be like the Denzer things in Transit. That was awful. But anyway, so yeah, you've even got gnarly looking goat minotaur things. I think that's what they said, and it basically sounds like the minotaur of like Labyrinth or something. So basically, I don't know if you've I don't know where this comes from. I just remember hearing about it in my school when I was much younger, at a younger school, and it basically talks about in like ancient Greek history. You've got like this minotaur in the labyrinth, and some hero's going to get through there for something. The Minotaur's eating people. He's basically got like a bull's head with like evil eyes on like a big henchman's body, something like that. Yeah, you can kind of imagine it with like the curly like ram horns, I want to say, you know, that kind of thing, that really evil look to it. So yeah, There are also classes similar to Infinity Ward Extinction, as kind of mentioned above, but in a different way of reference really, as well as power-ups and weapons littered through the map like zombies. So there's a maximum of 8-player co-op as well. I think when they said maximum, I think they meant hopefully up to 8 players. I don't want to play with 8 players because at least half of them will troll and grief or whatever. Communication will be god-awful, and maybe you might have one good player out of 8, but that will mean there will be more creatures because there's 8 players. People won't be doing much, everyone will be spamming to get their first kills, you get less points, worse choice of weapons, and you know, you get, there's more competition, which if you're fighting against each other as well as the enemies, it just makes things worse. I didn't like grief, kind of for that reason. So you can also have a 4v4, kind of basically grief, but I hope they do it much better than Grief. Grief sounded amazing when they said it, and when they brought it out, it was awful. So hopefully not another return of Grief, but a lot better. So there are hidden trophies and achievements associated with the game, but not yet revealed. And I kind of like, that's the bit that really gets me. Okay, obviously this could be fake. Michael Conley said that this is not the case. This is that Hellspawn is not going to be the game mode, but that just could be the name changed. They could have changed it to something else, and that's why it won't be Hellspawn, because the name of the game mode will be something else, but still the same principle. Now, the other thing is, some bits could be taken, some bits could be fake, or it all could be fake. You know, whatever. But the real thing that gets me is that every other game has had, before excluding DLC, they've had 50 achievements. Bang on 50. I'm pretty sure they all have 50. I know Ghost did, Black Ops 2 did, etc, etc, etc. They've all had 50 achievements. 40 to 45 of them were like co-op ones, and like I think in Ghost they had like 44. Sorry, campaign I meant. 44 campaign ones, one safeguard one, and then a couple of extinction ones. No, I think actually they had less than 40 achievements because they had lots of extinction achievements. So like they had made up to 50. That included their co-op mode, safeguard, campaign, and in Black Ops 2 they did have 1 or 2 multiplayer achievements, but apart from that, no multiplayer achievements. So it kind of included everything in the 50 achievements. This time we've already seen all 50 achievements, and that is only included, so as far as I'm aware, I did actually the video of the other day, so you can check that out if you guys want on the screen. The 50 campaign, or sorry, the 45 campaign achievements and the 5 extra survival achievements. So yes, they could add another 5 this year, but I don't see why they do that, because they've done 50 every other year, which kind of says to me, hey, we've already got all of our 50 achievements, which means they're, in some senses, it might not be likely that we're going to be getting any more achievements, as it's always been 50, and if it's always been 50 and we've already got the 50, there won't be any other achievements, because there's bound to be achievements for this new mode. If there was a 4th mode called Hellspawn, that would be really awesome. So, I mean, there are bound to be achievements, so the fact that there's not achievements means that it sounds unlikely we're going to be getting it, but they could add another 5 achievements. We never know, you know. It just depends. Whatever. Some games change, so whatever. And they finally ended it by saying, and this is kind of what we kind of know anyway, but if no photos or screenshots of the gameplay are leaked, then this mode will go unannounced until release, like it did in World at War with zombies. You complete the campaign and you just get this Nazi zombies mode. And you're like, oh, cool, and it turned out to be something really amazing. But if, however, this is not the case, then they say expect a trailer to be released within a couple of days, you know, after the leak. So I really expect that. I do think they've got something up their sleeve metaphorically, as a lot of people are saying. Maybe it might not be this. Whoever's done this, if they're faking it, they've got good talent, and they should definitely go into making games and writing stories and stuff if this is their kind of attitude towards it. I know we could all write something like this by just taking the bits about Call of Duty we know about, the whole 5 maps format and 4 DLC kind of thing. So some bits kind of, it's a given, we already know, but it's the fact that they've added it all together and made something really nice. The fact that they've said things like, I don't know, the fact that they've said it like this, it has something to do with the story arc of the mode, which I don't want to spoil, this animation. The fact that they've left it kind of gets people to question it, and it's kind of, you know, thinking, hang on a minute, what is this animation? Why have they left it so that they haven't told you? I thought the whole point is to leak everything. So it's kind of things like that. It makes it seem more genuine, but we don't know. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Let me guys know what you think down below. Do you think this is real? And I know I bet you one person will say, oh, you know, Michael Condrey's already said this is not real, so shut up, whatever. But if you listen to the start of the video, you'll know what I'm talking about. So thanks, guys. That's been my time. If you want to go and check out any of the videos I've talked about, achievements, Road to Advanced Warfare Episode 3 was out, that was fun, and lots of other videos, Emblem Editor, loads of other stuff for Advanced Warfare. I'm going to be having new videos soon, hopefully, when I get around to it. But that's been my time, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this video isn't very long either. But that's been my time, guys. I'm Reg Gamer. I'll see you guys next time.